Your essential guide to Showerthoughts. If alternate universes existed with an infinite amount of realities, there could be a reality where you are writing this instead of reading it. Dr. Doofenshmirtz literally has a sign saying that his company is for evil, but no one, except for Perry, seems to want to stop him. During every major event in human history, one of your relatives was alive to experience it. Millions of dogs have been killed by cars. 0 dogs have been killed by vacuums. They are not afraid of cars, but the cleaner frightens them. A movie directed by CinemaSins would most likely not be a very good movie. When a child is an asshole, the child gets punished. When a parent is an asshole, the child gets punished. We're pretty lucky that our air is invisible to us. Trying to fall asleep with insomnia is like trying to shut down a computer with applications still running. Only humans are smart enough to propose a plan to stop the next great extinction, and, unfortunately, the only species dumb enough to reject such ideas. That spider you killed may have spent its entire life thinking you are its roommate. Blurring genitals in Japanese porn is someone's job. An eyelash getting stuck in your eye is the perfect example of something failing miserably at its intended purpose. If you don't feel bad about taking medicine for a cold, you shouldn't feel bad about taking medicine for depression. Only 10% of the toilet paper is used to wipe shit. The rest is there to protect your hand. If Minecraft was real life, you would probably have round earthers who believe that the world is a sphere, not a cube. One of the most frustrating feelings is being smart enough to know there's a problem but not being smart enough to solve it. Wearing a seatbelt makes you more likely to die of cancer. Preheating an oven is like foreplay for baking. You can't just stick it in, you have to get it all hot and ready first. If surnames like Smith or Baker were based on occupation, the Dickinsons have some explaining to do. Italy wasn't shaped like anything until boots were invented. To us, our dogs are only a small part of our life. But to them, we are their whole life. Minecraft is older than South Sudan. If you're in need of some alone time, stand in a mall with a clipboard. If snakes are danger noodles, barbed wire is a harm slinky. Rich people ask for money to support their cause while poor people ask for money to support their survival. One is accepted and the other shunned upon. Unborn babies are the only people allowed to kick pregnant women. Having sex as a teen consists of making sure your parents never know. Having sex as a parent consists of making sure your kids never know. The true mark of maturity is when somebody hurts you and you try to understand their situation instead of trying to hurt them back. Those who are certain of where we go after death scarcely think of where we were before our birth. Technically, if you don't cut a cake but eat the whole thing with a fork, you have only had one piece. If you spell eel fast enough, you will end up saying eel. There is a high likelihood that the future version of yourself is talking shit about the current day version. If Dora the Explorer only goes to mapped locations, then technically she's not an explorer. Have a nice life comes off a lot meaner than have a nice day, even though it's technically better. We count in multiples of 10 cents. Most humans have 10 fingers, so in the Simpsons universe people would probably count in multiples of 8. Google could easily blackmail pretty much every adult man on Earth. There will one day be an entire generation that has never experienced a McDonald's birthday party. Metaphorically and literally, if you burn too many bridges, people won't trust you to build new ones. Blind people don't see black, they see nothing. Close your left eye, what do you see out of it? That's what being blind is like, just with both eyes. In 500 years time this will probably be known as the oil age. The most unrealistic thing in most movies is how smoothly the download bar moves and doesn't freeze at 99%. Students are treated like pets, their intelligence is determined by how willing they are to listen to orders.